Hello YouTube, and welcome to a video produced by Some Guy Cool on the Some Guy Cool YouTube channel. In today's video, I've decided to talk about who in my Spanish 3 honors class is capable of escaping a burning building. This video will dive deep into the capabilities of the 25 people in my Spanish 3 honors class and accurately rank each of them in ascending order of how likely I think they would be able to escape a burning building. To set the scene, each of them would have to escape a 25-story tall skyscraper from the very top floor. This ensures that they cannot just jump out a window, as the goal of this scenario would be to survive. We will be carefully observing each aspect of my fellow peers, from their body, strength, agility, speed, mental capabilities, and some X factors. Hey, what's up chat? Editing Some Guy Cool here. I was too lazy to explain what any of these mean, except I feel like I should clarify what I mean by body. Body does not exactly entail how big your muscles are or anything like that. Rather, it's just the shape of your body, like your size and stuff. I just have to clear that up because it's really confusing if you have no idea what I'm talking about. So just to be clear, body does not mean like size of your muscles. It is just how big you are as a person, how much volume you take up. Anyway, back to the video. To see where they rank on my most likely to escape a burning 25-story skyscraper list. Also, as a message to those who I talk about in this video who are presumably watching, just because I don't think you would be good at escaping a burning building does not mean that I think less of you as a person. So please do not take this ranking personally, as it is largely based on assumptions and the feeling I get from each of you as an observer. Without further ado, let's start this extremely accurate and thoroughly researched ranking. Unfortunately, someone has to be at the bottom of this ranking, so at number 15, we have Jonathan. Jonathan's most notable feature is that he's pretty tall, which is good for a lot of things in life, such as attracting women, reaching the top shelf, and playing basketball. However, in this scenario, being stuck inside a burning building, Jonathan's height will actually be a disadvantage, as by being tall, he is most susceptible to passing out due to smoke inhalation and dying before he can escape. Long arms and legs are also unideal for navigating potential obstacles such as burning rubble. He also does not possess any sort of superior strength, speed, or agility that would otherwise make up for his height. While it is up for debate how much height really determines the outcome of how likely one is to escape from a burning building, I believe that it does provide at least a slight disadvantage, as having more surface area does mean that you are more susceptible to touching harmful obstacles while trying to escape. This mixed with Jonathan's at most average physical and possibly slightly above average mental capabilities puts him last on this list. Jonathan was my first thought for who would be last on this list, but deciding who should be next was actually a pretty difficult task. Ultimately, I have decided to go with Vanessa. Now, to be completely honest, I do not talk to Vanessa very often, and I am unaware of her capabilities, which may be a large reason why she's ranked so low on this list. While ranked low, however, she possesses one characteristic that makes her more likely to escape this scenario than Jonathan, which is that she's much shorter. This one change is beneficial for Vanessa, but similar to Jonathan, she does not strike me as someone with considerable physical or mental capabilities, ranking her number 14 on this list. At number 13, we have Maria, who is very similar to Vanessa. However, due to the fact that she is smaller, I have decided to put her here. She also lacks considerable strength, speed, or agility. However, my spider senses were tingling for this one, so I feel like she could actually do significantly better than I am letting on. So we do have one X factor for Maria, in that I just got a feeling that she would do well in this situation for some reason. Ultimately though, this is mostly speculation, which is why it does not rank her higher on this list. Bruh. At number 12, we have Catherine, who is similar to the previous two in size, strength, speed, and agility. However, after careful and detailed research and observation, I have determined that she just slightly edges out her previous adversaries. Not much else to say that hasn't been said before. Being smaller does give her an advantage over someone like Jonathan, and there are no notable X factors in play, ranking Catherine at number 12. Next at number 11, we have Daniel. Now, if you were to look at Daniel from an outside point of view, you would probably assume that he's a pretty chill guy that wouldn't crack under the pressure of being in a burning building. But I have a feeling that this is all a facade. I just can't prove it. If my theory is true, then in reality, Daniel would likely panic and flounder around, wasting time that could be used towards escaping his perilous position. Staying mentally focused is one of, if not the most important factor in this ranking, as it doesn't matter how strong or fast you are if you can't use your limited time efficiently. I don't think that he's the worst when it comes to any of the stats we are measuring, but his potentially limited mental capabilities is what ranks him just outside of the top 10. At number 10, we have Sky. One of Sky's biggest strengths is that she is one of the smallest people on this list, which is good in this situation as established previously. Based on my incredibly thorough research, I also have her edging out the previous few when it comes to speed and agility. Sky actually possesses multiple X factors, one good and one bad. The X factor that will assist her in this situation is that she works on a farm, and farmers often develop significant strength by performing many acts of hard physical labor. However, what is working against Sky in this situation is that, similar to someone else that has been discussed on this channel, she has abnormally long hair, which is susceptible to being lit ablaze if not accounted for. These factors, however, vary in importance depending on your perspective. Since this is my video though, they do indeed play a factor, which means that Sky has just barely made the top 10. Number 9 features Genesis, earning her spot through her more impressive physical capabilities rather than her mental ones. This is our first athlete on this list, which has greatly improved Genesis's ranking on this list. As a volleyball player, she possesses at least average to above average physical capabilities, being perhaps the physically strongest on this list so far. While volleyball isn't exactly the sport known for its blistering speed or need for long endurance, there is still an element of endurance and agility at play, which gives her a decent amount of agility and speed compared to the rest of the competition. While this all sounds good, my research indicates that Genesis's mental capabilities are not exactly off the charts, possessing at most average mental capabilities. While Genesis may have all the strength and speed she needs, it is not enough to make up for her mental shortcomings that are outranked by others on this list. She is also physically bigger than most of the other people ranked so far, which is good for her physical strength, but also makes her more susceptible to touching unwanted obstacles and still does not make up for her average mental capabilities, solidifying her spot here at number 9. At number 8, we have Nelly. Nelly does not have any particularly impressive or useful physical capabilities. However, my intense research has determined that she is a very bold person, not afraid to make tough decisions and willing to accomplish anything by any means necessary. This mindset is quite beneficial in this scenario, as her will and determination is essential in staying focused and executing a proper escape. As established previously, mental capabilities is likely the most important factor in this ranking, so for what she lacks in other stats, Nelly makes up for in her ability to stay locked in on the goal, putting her at number 8 on this list. Number 7 may be a shock to some, but I do believe that Vivian is comfortably inside the top 10 of this ranking. Vivian may come off as perhaps a shy, nervous, or unconfident person. However, it's not like while trying to escape a burning building, you are required to stop and make small talk. She doesn't possess any particularly imposing physical features or capabilities, similar to Nelly. However, my research has shown that she makes up for this by being hyper-aware of the situation around her. While she comes off as very nervous, I believe that Vivian possesses the ability to stay very aware of her surroundings due to being reserved. This is extremely beneficial when it comes to escaping a burning building, as being aware of the most effective escape routes is critical towards survival, which secures Vivian number 7 on this list. Number 6 breaks away from this trend of mentally focused intellectuals that we seem to have been going on, as we have reached perhaps the most physically imposing on this list, Angel. Angel is a boxer, who are known for their great physical strength, explosiveness, and toughness. These factors are obviously all greatly beneficial for escaping a burning building. However, what holds Angel back is his limited mental capabilities. From my research, I have deducted that Angel is definitely not some physically imposing idiot, but rather he possesses a good amount of intelligence that would help him get out of this hazardous habitat. This intelligence, however, is outclassed by those above him in this ranking, and while being a boxer is greatly beneficial, it is not the best sport when it comes to needing to possess qualities that help one escape a burning building, which unfortunately limits him to just outside of the top 5. Now that we are in the top 5, these are people that I'm confident would be able to escape this hypothetical burning building, starting with Morgan. Morgan is incredibly smart and mentally organized, with possibly the highest mental capacity on this list so far. Morgan has been involved in numerous athletics such as tennis and track. Tennis and track are great sports to be playing in order to rank high on this list, as they require a large amount of stamina and agility. Morgan possesses great mental capabilities and greatly beneficial physical stats as well, and while there is an argument to put her higher on this list, I believe that the others potentially outclass her in the physical department, but a top 5 ranking is still a great feat. Number 4 is Samuel, who makes it high due to his good balance of physical and mental capabilities. Samuel is a football kicker, which may not be the kind of athlete who is known for their great athleticism. However, football kickers tend to come from soccer backgrounds, which is a great sport for this situation as it requires great endurance and speed, two characteristics commonly possessed by soccer players. I also feel as if football kickers do not get enough credit for their mentality, as they are often put on the spot to make crucial or even game-winning extra points. This requires extreme mental toughness and focus, which I think greatly benefits Samuel in this scenario. Samuel's mental capabilities may be something that people won't see, however I think he is more than capable to stay focused and calm in the situation, placing him comfortably in number 4 on this list. At number 3 we have Shirog. Shirog was possibly the hardest person to rank on this list, despite the fact that he's the person I know the most about on this list. On paper, his physical and mental attributes make him a great contender for the top 5, or even top 3. He is a tennis player, which as established previously, is greatly beneficial as it provides him with a great deal of stamina and agility, and he seems to possess a great deal of intellect. Intelligence does not necessarily equate to being able to perform well under pressure though, which is why I'm hesitant to rank him any higher than 3rd on this list, as I am quite certain that the people above him outclass him in either mental or physical capabilities. Number 2 is possibly the most mentally capable person on this list, Anna. Anna's placement is greatly defined by her mental capabilities, as she is the person that I am the most certain knows how to escape a burning building and stay calm under pressure. Nothing much to say that hasn't been said before. Anna is an extremely focused and determined individual who is able to stay calm when she's put on the spot to perform. She is also a volleyball player, which as established previously does grant her a bit of a boost in her physical capabilities. While her great mental capabilities do push Anna very high on this list, her physical capabilities leave something to be desired in this situation, which just barely puts her out of the number 1 spot. Number 1. The person who I think is most likely to escape a burning building is Marco. Marco is here because he plays soccer, and while that may not sound like a reason to single-handedly put him at number 1 on this list, I believe that soccer players possess all of the characteristics necessary to survive the situation. Soccer is likely the sport that requires the most stamina, agility, and speed out of any of the sports I've covered in this video, all of which are characteristics that are essential to surviving the situation. Soccer is also a very mental sport, requiring quick decision-making, focus, and emotional control under high-pressure situations. These are also all characteristics that are essential to escaping a burning building. The mental and physical capabilities that soccer demands of one are pretty much the same as the one that escaping a burning building demands of you, which makes Marco the best candidate for escaping a burning building. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. This video has been on my mind for a while now, and hopefully this video will come out at a reasonable amount of time, but knowing my upload schedule, this probably came out in 2026, so like, Happy New Year, I guess. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe because it helps my channel and stuff, and if you enjoy watching this video, you should go watch more of my videos and give me more views. What are you still doing here? Go watch more videos, this one's about to end.